Yo, what is going on, y'all? It's your boy EJ2 Track Rat. So for this video, I'm going to be unboxing the cheapest simulator I could find on eBay in 2023. So I bought this in November of 2023. I paid $138, shipped to my door, taxes included, done deal. And it includes the frame, it includes a mount for your seat that you can put your seat on, and then it includes a table for a steering wheel. So all one thing. I got it because I built a simulator out of trash before, and it was free, worked great. I actually used it for an entire off season. I used it during COVID, and then I got in a relationship with a girl, and she moved in my house, and she was like, what is that? So I threw it out, and I bought a real simulator now. So I wanted to unbox this with you guys and give you an idea of what you can get in 2023 with, roughly 140 bucks. Hello, son. I don't really cook much anymore, but I use these knives for something, I guess. I believe this is the mount for the shifter, actually. So I think this thing does have a shifter mount you can use. I don't have a shifter. My steering wheel is actually a Gran Turismo 4-wheel. Force feedback, but it is a Gran Turismo. It's very old, but it works great. Why? 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 Oh, this is nice. Wow. Okay. So this is actually the platform for where the pedals will go, and it's height adjustable for the angle there, which is super cool. It means that I can basically bring it up or down to adjust the angle of the pedals to make myself more comfortable while I am driving. Why? And we got another big boy, Husky John. So I believe this is where we got some instructions too. I do believe that this is the part that the seat goes on. So this is probably, plugged up like that, and then it somehow goes together like this. Okay, y'all. So this is everything we have here. So like I said, this appears to be the base for where the pedals go. This appears to be the base for where the seat goes. This is my son. All these parts are laid out, and we basically have to go through these instructions here and figure out how we're going to assemble this all. For the seat, I got a special surprise you're gonna have to wait till the end to see. Bruh. Pidgey, what are you doing? What are you doing up there? Daddy? The first thing we have to do is we have to put these, we have to put these foot bolts on here. Why? So it comes with 4 of these, and it says they look like this, and it says you can use them to basically level out the simulator. All right, so it's clearly not perfectly level, but I mean, again, this was $140 shipped to my door, so I'm really not expecting a lot here. So this goes like this. Pidgey. Okay, so this right here basically is the upright that's going to allow us to mount our steering wheel. The cool thing about this is, while the construction is not like the best in the world, the cool thing is it comes with this hand tightener so that you can adjust the angle that your wheel sits at. So I mean, honestly, for $140 so far, I'm extremely impressed. Alright. So we got that guy. Okay, so we got this upright assembled. Why? I don't even know where he's at. So there's no hole underneath here. This just kind of clamps down on the metal. So I'm not a huge fan of that, just because there's no definitive height on these, but Oh, $140 is $140, am I right? Okay, not quite sure that I really like how that went together. It looks square, but I had to separate these apart quite a bit to get this to actually fit. And I didn't like that, but you can get an angle on this thing. What are you doing? Why are you up there? You can get an angle on this thing. You can get an angle here. So there's quite a bit of adjustability. Just hoping that it holds together under, you know, moving it around with a force feedback wheel and stuff. It goes like this. I'm so confused. Yeah. All right, so this next accoutrement, it's pretty ghetto. They were like, oh, it's not stable enough, I guess. So then they added these pieces, and it just comes up, and you slide bolts through here. Not a huge fan of that idea, but okay. I mean, honestly, it'll probably be fine, but it's, you know, if I were building something and I were trying to make something super nice, I wouldn't do that. What's up, y'all? So we're back. It's day 2 assembling this. It's not taking long. I just had some other stuff that I had to take care of. But where we left off was we got this shifter base installed. We got the braces for this front half of the simulator installed, and then we got this top thing installed. So we got the handle bolts installed and this reinforcement piece here. Now we are going to install the back piece. So wish me luck. All right, folks, and I believe that's it. Doesn't really say to do anything else. It says to install some hand bolts in here, and then that's it. We're done. So that's all she wrote, boys and girls, in terms of the frame. So I left these loose. So I do have a Subaru chair. Hopefully that will work. I have my doubts, but yeah, I think it's time to put it on the floor and then get the chair up here and see how it works. All right, now you'll notice that this is really sketchy. Sad. So we need to basically take this base off, which is held together with a bunch of screws, and take this base off. And then this platform, which is made of pallet wood, will help us adapt this chair to that, because that is 11 inches from hole to hole, and the chair is, I think, 13 inches or so. So, yeah. Okay, so we, hold on, I got Love Island on in the background. So we removed the side brackets. The seat is now at a pretty good height, but we didn't get it mounted up. So I think this height will work pretty well. If I ever get a shifter, my arm will have a slight bend to it. So kind of like that. But you know, I'm moved all the way back right now. We can tilt this further back, as I mentioned before, but the Subaru seat seems like it'll work for now. All right, y'all, so as I mentioned, the seat needed to be customized. So I welded these this bar stock on. It's pretty sturdy on both sides. This one is a little flexible, a little wobbly, because this whole mount is rotating a little bit, but this one is really sturdy. But either way, yeah, you can see that this mechanism works. These are drilled for the frame, and if you couldn't tell, it was a lot of work. So if you have the money, definitely buy the seat. But I didn't feel like spending $300 on a seat for a simulator, so this is it. All right, y'all, a little bit dirty, a little messy in here. This chair, we're gonna need to wash it up, but as you can see, we have a, oh no, we have something. All right, sitting down, ready? There you go. Cool, so I'm gonna bring the pedal plate up a little bit so I can sit more like this. Probably extend this entire base a little bit, because as you can see, My feet are all the way out here, so I'm gonna extend the lower part, and then we're gonna drop this down. But other than that, y'all, it is done. Okay, y'all, so we got the rig pretty much assembled. It's all set up so that the angles are kind of where I need it all to be for everything to work. Over here we have the VR headset. So I got this, I think 4 years ago, used on Facebook Marketplace. Or no, sorry, eBay. This is an Oculus Rift, and it comes with these 2 controllers to do stupid VR things that no one cares about because we're using it for racing. And then this is a cheap steering wheel that I had from when I was a kid, actually. I got it like 15 years ago. And it's basically just a steering wheel from Gran Turismo. So sitting in the rig, everything seems pretty comfortable, and I'm gonna kind of bring you guys over to the side to see exactly how it looks from the side. All right, so here's the setup. I couldn't be happier with how this room looks now. So this is my office over here, where I do my, job, and then also have my personal workstation. And then this is the chair. So these 2 stands right here, this is a Gen 1 Oculus Rift thing. So basically these send out signals or whatever, and then they receive signals, I think, or whatever. I don't know. I think I'm an engineer. And basically this is what you wear on your face. So that's cool to know that. We have to calibrate that. But then also, I used to wear corded headphones with a microphone on them so that I could yell at people. But now I have these wireless Sony headphones, and they are insane. They are so good. They're noise canceling. They have a microphone on them. So I'm gonna run those with this. And yeah, so let's get this calibrated and see if I can get Assetto Corsa up and running. And if I can do that successfully, play that for a little bit, maybe I'll go back to an iRacing subscription. Bruh. All right, y'all, so thank you for watching that video. Hair's a little bit crazy. Early in the morning, I'm doing some video editing. But overall, I would say that rig is pretty good for 150 bucks or so. And then, as usual, a bunch of my time. I'm pretty happy with it. So I'll be back at sim racing, and thanks for watching this video. Till next time, peace.